I'd like to say welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tony Hollis Live Talk Show Testify. Running a special broadcast today. Hope you all sit with me for a little bit. And we're going to talk about some school board issues, okay? Here in Blytheville, Arkansas. So you all just sit tight, and I shall be coming back to go ahead and get this show started, okay? Again, I'd like to say welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tony Hollis Live Talk Show Testify. We got some very important things that we want to talk about today as it relates to the Blytheville School Board. And in fact, the entire Blytheville School District, all of our schools. I don't need to tell you that for the last couple of years, there's just been a lot of confusion on the Blytheville School Board. There's been so much dysfunctional. The conduct has been unbecoming. It's just shameful. And my show today, that I plan on making my point. I'm pretty sure everyone has a point to make. Everyone has an opinion to give. I mean, that's your right. And so I'm going to give mine today. And so I need to turn off that. That's the wrong, got my crawler up there. That's the wrong show. Let me turn that off. I got my ticker up there running. And I got to get that off right now. Turn that ticker off. Okay. So let me just keep going back and forth. Y'all bear with me for a minute. Want to make sure I got my ticker off. Okay. All right. Okay, I got my ticker off now. And so, but anyway, we're going to be talking about some school board issues today. It's just a mess, y'all. And so we do know that the Arkansas State Board of Education was in Blytheville, Arkansas a few weeks ago. We do know that. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and open this show up. I'm going to go ahead and read you a little bit of the newspaper article. I'm not going to read it all, but I'm going to read you a little bit of the newspaper article to show why this is a very important topic that we need to be discussing today. We're at a crossroad, y'all. Many of you know that just about in every community that you go to, the schools are the most important, or one of the most important institutions that exist in every community. Okay? That's a fact. And as they say, so many others have said it. Osceola was a good example who really stressed that. Where it comes to when your school goes, so go your community. Okay? And so my thing is, when the state board do come in and want to sit with the officials, the school board, local school board, I think they mentioned about having some type of meetings with the community. If nothing positive come about from this meeting when the board come in, my vote is I think the whole school board need to be disbanded. I mean, the whole entire school board need to go. There's just too much dysfunctional that's on that school board. There's no respect. There's too many personal issues on the school board, and it's interfering with conducting the business, which is in educating our students. Okay, so our students going to be the biggest losers if this dysfunction continue to exist in our on our Blytheville School Board. So that has to stop. Okay, that really has to stop. And so that's going to be my vote. That if nothing materialize or that I can be satisfied with. I mean, I'm a taxpayer. I'm speaking for myself. If I'm not satisfied with whatever come out of this so-called meeting when the state come in, my vote is we need to start a petition, and that petition need to be a recall for every school board member that sits for the Blytheville School Board. They all need to be gone. If they cannot conduct themselves, be respectful to each other, and conduct the business of the people, which is going to be the biggest winner, our students, our children. If they can't do that, then it's time for us to go ahead and turn the page on the school board and sign this petition asking for a recall of all the school board members. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm hoping that, let me see if I got my comment section on. I'm hoping I got it on. If not, I ain't gonna worry about it. But anyway, I want to show you. I want to read something to you. I didn't have time to put it on my board. But I want to read you something. This comes from the Arkansas State Educational Leaders. That's the topic of it. State education leaders turns their attention to trouble Blytheville School District. I'm just going to read you a little bit of it. It started out first by talking about the declining student enrollment in the Blytheville School District split vote taken by the district 8-member school board, and frequent turnover in the system leadership has drawn the attention of the state education. We want to put this on the board's radar. Arkansas Education Secretary Jacob Oliver told the State Board of Education on Thursday about issues in the 1,300 student district in the northeast corner of Arkansas, of the state, excuse me. It say officials presented a report. The situation at the Blytheville district at a meeting Thursday in which the Education Board gave final approval to sets of new rules for a teacher's license and for the Educational Freedom Account program that provide at least $6,856 per eligible students for tuition and other private school expenses. Regarding Blytheville, Oliver said he feared what he called the dysfunction in the Blytheville district will lead to class scheduling problems and students sitting in a cafeteria for several days at the start of the coming new school year until the master scheduling is corrected and students can be placed in the classes that they need. There is going to have to be some kind of action taken in order to make sure that we have high quality teachers in front of students, he said. We are not going to let a school just be a failure factor for students. That cannot happen under our purview. State board members did not take any immediate action on Blytheville, such as assuming control of its operation, but they want to hold a special meeting with the Blytheville district officials, the local school board, and community members, none of whom were present at the Thursday meeting. We have learned from prior experiences. We don't wait. We need to act quickly, board member Lisa Hunter of Whitehall said. We need to get moving on this. And I'm saying in a matter of weeks, not months. Board members, board member in Blytheville Navy, Randy Henderson, said the welfare of students in Northeast Arkansas is top priority. But also an issue is the economic growth that is occurring at that part of the state and the needs to fill jobs with local residents. I'm not understanding that. We went from talking about education. I know this. I don't know. Well, we'll come back to that. I'm really happy that we are having this conversation, Henderson said. Many of you who know Randy Henderson, I think he's on the state board of education. I guess he still live here in Blytheville. And so we do have a representative that sits on the Blytheville State Board. His name is Randy Henderson. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But he goes on to say he's really happy that we're having this conversation. Henderson stated, adding that he wants to bring the local school board to dig in to the district issues and to also raise the possibility of the district contracting with an external organization to operate the Blytheville system. I don't know what that means. I'm hoping that Mr. Henderson can speak to the community more about that. Hopefully, if he see this show or if he's watching this show, we'd like for him to call in, or we'd like for him to, text, give a comment. I mean, we need to know, exactly what does that mean? District contracting with an external organization to operate the Blytheville system. So what is he saying? Is he saying that he wants someone to come in to work in conjunction with our present school board? Or is Mr. Randy Henderson saying that we need to just bring in some contractors or some group or whatever, external organization, what he call it, to operate the Blytheville system? And so I'm guessing he's saying that the way I read it is almost like pushing aside the Blytheville school board representative, or the school board as we know them now. And I would have no problem with that because this school board is a mess, y'all. The Arkansas Learns Act of 2023 authorized a troubled school district to protect itself from being taken over by the state or absorbed by another district, talking about consolidation, by entering into a transformation contract with an open enrollment charter organization to manage a troubled school district. Stacy Smith, the state deputy educational commissioner, told the education board that the Blytheville district enrollment has dropped it by more than 1,000 students in 10 years. Wow. Which has contributed to both financial challenges and staffing issues. The district 5 campuses all have state applied grades of F. Smith said, prompting the state agency in January to push and support to assist the district, whatever that means. I guess they're bringing in some folks to help our district or some group, organization, or what have you. Since January, however, the district has put its latest of several recent superintendents on paid administrative leave, pending investigation. We're going to talk about that. Additionally, the district has chosen not to renew the contract of its assistant superintendent. An interim superintendent is in place, but is not licensed to be a superintendent on a permanent basis, Smith said. Smith indicated that the uncertainty about leadership makes it hard for the state agency to provide assistance. The absence of administrators pairs with frequently split school board decision. We're going to talk about that, this 4-4 split. Someone referred to as, you all saw it read it on my page, We had one school board member refer to other school board members to be the so-called dream team, as she stated. Smith said the district has as many as 21 jobs vacancy posted, a lot for a district of its size. She also said that the district may be overstaffed at the high school, but at the same time offers several virtual courses. Where we at? She warned, we're almost at the end, y'all. She warned that the lack of stability can lead to errors in documenting students' coursework and transcript needed for graduation. We're seeing some signs of that. There seems to be missing components. For example, they have several career and technical education course pathway, but they are not complete on the course offering are not there. If I sound funny, y'all, I'm reading these words as they've been written. Okay. At the elementary school level, most of the teachers are not licensed by the state. Smith said the district has been able to hire non-licensed teacher as the result of a state-approved waiver of license requirement. It is conceivable that you could go through the Blytheville School District from kindergarten all the way through and never have a licensed teacher, Smith said. Rules. The Educational Board on Thursday approved it a slightly revised set of educational freedom account rules. The board has approved the rules at its June meeting, but agency staff members tweaked the language at the suggestion of the State Bureau of Legislative Research, making it necessary for a second vote in as many months. The Educational Freedom Account program that provides taxpayers money for tuition and other private and school costs is entering its second year of operation. I lost my point. Its second year of operation. Let me find my point back. Almost finished, y'all. Okay. Second year of operation. I'm going to take a pause right here. I done lost my spot, and I don't like to do that. It also goes on. Let me skip ahead here. It say a 31-page of newly approved rules included a previous absent definition of participating schools, and this moved the lengthy list of allowable expenses from one section of the rules to another section. A participating school is a private elementary. I don't think that's really something that we gonna get into. That's probably some other part of their meeting that they had at the state. But you all had it. I heard it. The state will be coming in at some point. I don't have a date, and they will be holding meetings with the local board of directors, our school board, as well as the district officials, and also going to include the community. Talk to your school board member. Hopefully they can. Hopefully they can pretty much somewhat keep you informed, giving you a date as to when those meetings will take place. Okay, and so hopefully we'll hear something soon. All right. Now I do have someone that will be speaking with us on some of these issues that I'm talking about now. There's going to be an audio radio interview that I'm going to have. It's not going to be video. It's going to be radio. And so I'm going to call that number in a little bit. That person is on standby right now. Okay. And so, and I want to say this here, my disclaimer. All right. My disclaimer. I'm going to put my glasses on. This podcast is for information purposes only. Any comments or opinions expressed are those of the guests, speakers, viewers, or listeners, and do not reflect the host of Testify. Okay? We got that out of the way. All right? So for those of you who are just tuning in, all right? For those of you who are just tuning in, this specific broadcast that we're doing today, we'll be calling, I didn't put the ing on there, but we will be calling for the removal of the Blytheville School Board. If there is no satisfaction after the State Board of Education come in here, meeting with our district officials and meeting with the community as well as our local school board. If all fails, then we're going to have to play our last card, which is we need to be organizing, coming together, and ready to sign a petition calling for the removal of the entire school board. Now, I did speak with some people of the local Blytheville, whether they employee, classified, certified. I have been speaking with some folks, and they agree. I suggested that we all know that the board is coming in, right? They're coming in. They're going to have a talk. So what we need to do, we need to be proactive right now. We need to be getting our act together. If you have a church, if you have an organization of any kind, or if you just a concerned citizen, you need to be prepared. Don't come there for a gripe session. Don't come there pointing fingers at everyone. We got enough of that already on the school board. But what we need from you, we need for you to bring your intellect, okay? We need for you to offer some type of resolution or proposal, if you will, as to how we can turn our Blytheville School District around, how we can save our Blytheville School District. That's what we want to talk about. We don't want no gripe meetings. We don't want to have these food fights, as they say, pointing fingers at each other. We always like to point fingers at each other, blaming someone else to make ourselves be somewhat innocent. Let's just say that. And at the end of the day, when you get through doing all that, the question becomes, now, how did that help the Blytheville School District? None. Okay? And so I did put, and if you all want to go back and read these statutes, I want to show it to you right quick. But these are the statutes right here that govern a recall, okay? You may see where it say runoff election, but same thing. We will have a runoff, and it specifically give you all the instructions. That statute there, everything is in here. It's not hard to read at all. The process is rather simple, and so we will start that recall process of our school board members if we don't get a satisfactory outcome when the state board do come in here. So let's get ready, y'all. Let's be proactive. Let's be ready to go. Okay, come there with your questions. If you don't have a proposal, you can come with your questions. You can even offer a proposal or resolution if the state board will listen. I'm sure, or I'm hoping they will. But we got to do something, y'all. It's time out for this dysfunction that exists on our school board. Okay, and those are the statutes there, and you can look them up yourself. Okay, those are the statutes there. And so do please govern yourself to those statutes. Arkansas State statutes 614-121 that governs the runoff or the recall. That is same thing. And then if it comes to that, we got to also talk about consolidation. Our school district or merging with another school district or whatever. You can read that statute, 614-122. Okay, so govern yourselves to those statutes and educate yourself on exactly how does a recall process work and how does a consolidation or merger of one district with another district, how does that work? Okay, all right. I think I got all the miscellaneous stuff out of the way, I believe. And we're going to come back after I let my my guest speak, who will be speaking to us by radio, not radio, audio, excuse me. Before I bring her on, there's been a lot of talk about money that has been spent on what is called, it's just my way of remembering it, some Saturday program that the school district has. I do have a video that was sent to me, and I want to play that video. And after I play that video, I'm going to let our radio guest come on, audio guest or whatever. I'm going to let that guest come on and pretty much talk to us about what we're talking about today, this dysfunction of our school board. All right. So let's go up here and play this video right quick. I want to try to bring it on right now. All right. So you all just bear with me. I'm transferring it right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and play it now. It's not long, you all.
And give the key details and he'll give us just like very little.
I want you to never forget this. What you're connected to will either make or break you. What you're connected to will either make or break you. Some connections are necessary and some disconnections are necessary.
Program.
I want you to connect to everything that will help you achieve every last one of your dreams.
I pretend to see everyone strong physically. I feel greatness and I have that mindset. I touch greatness. I wonder that I am not always showing that I have this. I cry when I'm not physically strong. I am strong physically. I understand that I can try to change people from being weak to strong. I say, be strong and don't give up, for your work will be rewarded.
I feel like I will be successful. I will touch what I can't reach. I worry about my future. I cry through my challenges just to have a future. I am strong and hardworking. I understand that things don't always go as planned. I say that I will believe. I say and believe that I will make it. I dream that I will reach my goals. I try to keep composure when reaching my goals. I hope I will reach my goals one day. I am strong and hardworking.
There we go. Keep going. Let me see. Own it. Good job. Good job.
We learn how to describe different types of figurative language and how to fully read through a text and get the correct answer all the time.
Amen. That's what it's about. Timothy just won a game ball signed by the Dollar Chickasaw High School baseball team. Thank you.
Agouda, Mazada, Agouda, Mazada, Agouda, Mazada. Chickasaw, what is our profession?
Y'all just be patient. We're going to get back into the discussion. Okay? But I think we need to see this.
What are they doing? It's a bus what? What's the B word? Don't say it. I want him to say it.
What's boycott?
It's a boycott. So if you're boycotting something, are you going with what's going on or against what's going on?
She chooses to come to the district that so many people have given up on.
You're watching the Saturday program.
She chooses to come to a district that might mess up her winning record.
Blytheville School District.
There's so many fires and so many battles that she fight you'll never hear about, because that's what leaders do. We take it for the team. But every now and then, gotta give your leader a standing ovation and let them know you are thankful. Clap it up. We love you.
The instruction. And with our kids, the same kids that we normally say, oh, we can't reach these kids. These kids are here. That young man, I know we talked about him, but he walked to get here. There's something that he thinks is going to happen here.
What you learned this happening school?
I learned how to annotate my paragraphs and stuff. You know, what you learned?
I learned how to annotate, analyze, how to write my paragraph, how to answer and ask questions. So it really was in there learning how to underline and highlight and all that stuff, and then talk about it in front of the whole class.
My name is Annika Redis.
Tell me about the Saturday Academy experience.
During Saturday school, it's really enjoyable. They really do nice, the teachers are really nice at teaching. I've learned a lot, I've got better at my writing and reading as well. And I think it's a really nice program and it's very well put together.
All right. What would you like to say to Dr. Perkins and Dr. Jones about this opportunity?
Thank you for allowing us to come here and really learn and have fun and enjoy our Saturdays, because not a lot of schools get to do that.
My name is Jamarian Campbell.
All right. Jamarian, tell me about your Saturday Academy experience.
I feel like it's a fun and learning experience to me.
All right. What would you like to say to Dr. Perkins and Dr. Jones about this opportunity?
That I enjoyed and loved the experience you gave me.
Name?
Ricky Davidson.
All right, Ricky, tell me about your Saturday Academy experience.
Well, my Saturday Academy experience has been wonderful. I've been learning even more than I knew in regular school. The lunch is good. We win prizes, and that's what keeps us going. Knowing that our learning is powerful. So we just really grateful for all of that stuff.
And man, what would you like to say to Dr. Perkins and Dr. Jones about this opportunity?
I just want to thank y'all so much for letting us have this opportunity to win things and learn, mainly learn, because with learning we can go anywhere we want and get anything we want. So I just want to thank him and her for so much, and I just want to hope that this continues for the rest of our school years.
My name is Shamisha Cowley.
All right, Shamisha. Tell me about your Saturday Academy experience.
My Saturday Academy experience is really beneficial to my learning experience.
We have about 1 minute.
My teacher, we have one-on-one time, and he helps me complete work that I don't get to finish in class, or concepts that I don't understand.
Okay. What would you like to say to Dr. Perkins and Dr. Jones about this opportunity?
Thank you for this excellent opportunity. I feel like it benefited many students.
What's your name?
Shayla Stewart.
Miss Stewart. Tell me about your Saturday Academy experience.
I think the experiment is a good learning environment for those who need help, or when the week is over for Saturday Academy. I think it's good for those who still need help.
All right. What would you like to say to Dr. Perkins and Dr. Jones about this opportunity?
I would like to thank them for allowing us to come to Saturday Academy, and it was a great idea.
And the fact of the matter is, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. It's this is what I'm called to do. And this is where I was led to. So I'm going to do my best work to support you. I'm going to do my best work to make sure that we build bridges for you to get to the next level. All right? I'm proud of you. This is it. This is my last thing. I love you. We love you.
Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, you have to, that was very Let me bring myself back on. That was very, very, very heartfelt, to say the least. We can say what we want to say when it comes to whether we agree with a particular person or not. But if you wasn't touched by these young people, these students, giving their testimony, giving up their Saturday, their free time, to go to participate in a program that will enhance them to become a better student, better person, and I didn't hear anything from any student that was not happy to be there. They was very thankful. They enjoyed it. So we need to look at it from that perspective and not our own, okay? And hopefully, we can have more programs that are designed like this here to give our young people, our students, to give them an opportunity to learn, to achieve. That's what it's, at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Okay? Now, I'm going to bring on my guest right now and allow my guest to go ahead and speak to us in terms of her thoughts on this video that we just saw, as well as, how do she view our local school board right now? Okay? And so we're going to bring her on right now. In fact, I'm go ahead. I thought I had on my already on the line, but I forgot I hung up. So let me go ahead and call this person right now. Okay?
Hello.
How you doing there? Is this Miss Carolyn Lewis?
Yes,
How you doing, Miss Lewis?
I'm doing fine.
I'm hoping that you watched the video that I just showed of our this Saturday Academy where the kids participated. Did you have an opportunity to view that?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Pardon me?
I said I did hear you, but I didn't get a chance to see the video.
Okay, can you hear me now? You can hear me, right?
Yes, I can. Yeah, I can.
Yeah. And I was just wondering,
Kind of low a little bit.
okay, but you do let me try to turn it up. But you do you still there, right?
Sir?
I said you still there, right?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about what you know about this program. Let's start there. What do you know about this Saturday Academy program?
You talking about the Saturday Academy that happened?
Right.
Well, the Saturday Academy was designed to help the kids be ready for the standardized testing and to help them with their test scores.
Okay. And so, due to the fact that all schools have Fs, so I imagine this Saturday program was probably one of the pieces of the proposal or the solution, that is, as to trying to turn our school districts around to where they are becoming proficient. Moving them away from Fs. Climbing up the challenge. There's only one way that we can go now, which is coming up. And would you say that this is one program that was designed to do just that?
Yes, I do. I
Okay.
really do. And then if we take a chance and we look, even thinking about it's like summer schools.
Mhm.
We need to see our summer schools. Our people need to see our summer schools. They say we got numbers of people in there, and the kids are not even coming. So we basically got empty rooms for summer school. So it's not even being efficient. But we have the summer school.
Mm-hmm. And so, are there any other things? I think now you sat on the school board for a few years, correct?
Correct.
And so, what were some of the things that you saw that was in place, or something that was the board was trying to come together to to make things happen. Was there anything being presented as what we saw with this video? I mean, in terms of trying to help our students become proficient.
Talking about Saturday school.
I mean, not so much Saturday school, but what was being done during your time on the school board? Could you just share, what was being done as opposed to, I guess, what need to be done?
Oh, well, I can say my first five, and I watched those other grades go down. Watched them go down, nothing. Nothing, and it was in place where, this is how I feel, and this is my feeling only, that what I watched was, friends did whatever. You had people being hired, making money, and not doing what they supposed to do. Now, we had a few that was, but it just wasn't solid. And I watched those grades go down. The simple fact is that we didn't have teachers to teach. Those grades kept going down. Those letter grades went down. They went all the way down till we got an F. Okay? And then you go back and you see now trying to get out of these F's is going to be very, very hard. But we had somebody in motion that was actually doing it. Making a change.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, and Mr. Hollis, I'm just tired and I'm upset about it because the change was going forth. And again, just because the situation was done with Ashley and Agwell, putting their people and their friends in position to make money and do what they do, we're doing the same thing now. And that's what has happened within the last 3 months of this running around, and we're getting stuff that's not right.
So what are you saying from the previous? You mentioned one previous superintendent. Are you saying that there was complaints in terms of some things that was done upon his leadership that this present board didn't like, and now that they have someone else sitting at the seat of superintendent, are you saying that the school board now are doing some of those very same things they accused of the last superintendent being guilty of?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Well,
and it's like you're not thinking. It's not about our kids anymore. It's only about what you can do for yourself and others. It's not about our kids. I wish don't nobody say, remember, let's think about our kids, because all of this, we're not teaching our kids anything. We're not teaching our kids how to even be good role models. We're not even teaching them how to be leaders.
mm-hmm.
Because guess what? We can't come together as a team and do what we have to do to make it work. We have people in place. Only thing you have to do is support them. But we always want to be where we are to try to put others in when they're not helping our kids. And if we as citizens, even stakeholders, I wish that they would really go look at the schools, view the schools, go have lunch, go see what you can do to help out. Because you'll see for yourself. You ain't got to say nothing. Just look, just go watch and look.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's start with, I'm sure there's enough blame to go around. Let's start with the school board. On a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied are you with our school board members now in terms of, it's them doing their job in terms of trying to, pull our school district up to the point to where, we're a proficient. We're coming out of these F's. So
We right now 5 to 3 is what they say. 5 to 3, and the 5, whatever right now is 0. I'm very unhappy with it. 0.
So 0, scale 1 to 10, you're giving them a 0.
0.
So
Yep. And that's because of the 5 to 3.
What you know about this so-called, you mentioned 5-3 in terms of how the vote is always seem to fall. Every now and then they have a 4-4 vote, split vote. But this 5 members on the board, have you heard the term that they refer to these 5 members as the dream team?
Yeah, I heard you say that.
So kind of walk us through it. To your understanding, is it the dream team? Is some of the things that the dream team is doing, is it intentional to somewhat cause discord or confusion, with the other 3 members, knowing that they have the votes and they pretty much can set the agenda the way they see fit because they know they have the votes? Is that Are those the complaints that you're hearing? I mean, that's what I'm hearing.
Like it is, yes. I feel like it is because number one, they're not doing the research. They only do what one person says. So yeah, I feel like it's going that way, and it shouldn't. It's just not because it's not about the kids. That's all I'm trying to say. If you got something going on, it's not personal. It's not about the kids. And what now we got going on right now, it ain't about the kids. It's all about personal stuff.
So
I can say that, and I won't back down. It's personal.
So it's all about self.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who
So
can do what and what status you got? I guess I can do this and I can move. I'm gonna make sure I can do this and I'm gonna do it. I mean, it's all been said. I've heard it been said, so it's like, okay, you don't want to stop the drama, you don't want to stop the madness, but y'all want to keep on going and disagreeing with somebody we know that we had in place to do what we're supposed to do.
now, do you think that there can be a turnaround with this board? Do you think this board? I know there's been several years this board, been having this dysfunction on the board. Do you have any hopes that all this confusion? You have any hope that this will soon pass over?
No, my hope is state come in and take over. That is my hope and prayer.
And that
I just want states to dismiss whatever they got to dismiss and come in and take over. I would love to get a petition and a letter out right now. My letter's going to go out that I'm not understanding why they're going to let our kids, our schools finna start, and we in the mess that we in right now. And I'm really going to say this. I've heard that it was said that Dr. Perkins left us in a mess. This is an untrue statement. The board has left us in a mess. The board has did what they wanted to do. Dr. Perkins has not left us in a mess. They put her on legal absence. She was coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why did you do this? Man, there is so much, Mr. Hollis, I can get on and I can just go on and say, I look at certain stuff. You brought the certain basketball coach back. Why? 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 That wasn't for the help of our kids. Why did you do this? It's so much. I can go on and open up some doors that everybody's been talking about, but they're not really looking at the big picture of how it's hurting our kids and what it has done to our kids.
Well, there's going to be another opportunity. This is not going to be the last show that we're going to be doing on the state of affairs, that is, of our school district. I think that we're going to have to continue to stay on top of this issue because, as I say, we really are walking on thin ice right now when it comes to our school possibly being taken over by the state. And so hopefully, the community, they can hang up their hang-ups, and come together and do what need to be done to save our school district. And that starts with the school board. The school board is going to have to understand this is not about them. This is about our youth. This is about our students, our kids. And they're going to have to drop their hang-ups, and so that's why I'm saying that if there is no satisfactory resolution, that is, that when the state do come in here and hold these meetings with everyone, I'm definitely going to try to put out a petition. I'll work with.
Well, we starting a group that's all about us, and the group is where I need serious, real people, because it's not about confrontation. It's not about who did what or who got to do what. It's about us working together to make sure our kids is taken care of, and not only that our town is what we want it to be. We have stood around a long time and just took it, but we allowed things to happen. So I'm at this point now that I'm at a stopping point. If God got me here, I got to live in Blytheville. I just got to do what I got to do to make it better. I can't just keep sitting and talking and not doing. So those who want to be a part and they really serious about making Blytheville a different change, and we doing it the right way, not a rowdy way, but the right way, going to these city council, going to these meetings, and voicing our opinions, I think you can call me or get on my FaceTime, text me, or whatever, because I'm ready. It's just time out for what's going on. Our kids are suffering. Even from the little kids on up, it's suffering.
Let me ask you this here. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some. You know how we have these people that who always wants to take pot shots at folks. And so, what do you say to those folks who may say, well, Mrs. Lewis is just kind of upset because she's not on the school board anymore, and she's just, making a lot of statements, just not true. And so, what do you say to those folks who may be want to may have making those comments to try to discredit, your testimony here today? What do you say to those folks who might try to discredit you?
Somebody call me and ask me. If they don't understand something, my line is open for them to call and get on that messenger or whatever and text me and say, hey, can we talk? I don't mind telling you what I know. I don't mind because some things it has been kept. We have been quiet. I just let things go because it wasn't my time.
Why is that so, though? I mean, why is that so? Why is that so? Why do you think people sit on information that, especially if it's not for the benefit of our school district, why do people sit on that information and not just be open about it, where everyone could, be in knowledge of what's going on? I mean, why do we sit on information like that?
You said, why do we sit?
Yes.
So I really can't speak for everybody else. The only thing I can do, like I said, I can speak very highly for me. I just know I want righteousness and I'm tired of, we're not getting it. We're just not getting it anywhere. And we just need to come together and work as a team, not be so divided because we've always been divided. And we grew up thinking, united we stand, there was no divide. There was no division, none when we come up in life. Now it's all division and we're teaching, the leaders are teaching the kids about division. And I think we need to stop. That's just my belief. We got to come together. And if anybody think I'm wrong on that, and they can say I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I don't mind saying, hey, that's your feeling that you think I'm wrong, but I'm not wrong. I know what we got to do in order to turn this around. And we as Black people got to work together. And that's something we don't do. And they know we don't do it. So that's why everybody's laughing at us. We're the one that's the laughing show.
Well, let me ask you, do you think that the superintendent, let's talk about the superintendent. Now, you already done gave your grade on the school board. You pretty much done took them below 1. I asked for a scale 1 to 10 in terms of how they are serving in regards to their position as board members. So on a scale 1 to 10, when it comes to the superintendent, what kind of grade would you give the superintendent?
A 10.
And
guess what? They're gonna say I'm being biased.
And you give her a 10, and you give her a 10 because of
why I'm giving her a 10?
Yes.
Because all the effort that she come into, we had what, F? We had all F, and then what she came into and how she tried to make a difference. And I'm gonna even just give you where it felt like she was being mean with the teachers' waivers and whatever. Little do they know, we as a board or whatever, she come in, the state wasn't finna give her those waivers. They was finna let everybody go. How you gonna let everybody go when school finna start? That's something you can't do. So we had to meet to get her waivers approved for the teachers to come back. See, that's behind the scenes. Then you got a program where I'm gonna get my people where they can get these waivers out the way. They can get the waivers, they can be teachers, they can learn how to teach. They come up with tutoring for them to learn how to pass these tests. I mean, she did her part, and she done her part, still doing it, but all of her stuff got twisted. Well, I don't know what's gonna happen now, but I just know she made the way, and she did make the way, and there were some changes everybody didn't know, didn't want to do it, and she was holding people accountable for their job, which they didn't do, and that's why a lot of them got mad at her. I mean, that's a lot of reasons where you're coming in, but you got people just go in the classroom, you're not teaching the kids. Our kids ain't learning, our kids can't write, the little ones can't write or read. That's not what primary is supposed to be about. That's the most important years of their life. You should have kids going in and out, reading and writing or something. We don't have that. Because guess what? We were short-staffed with teachers.
And so why do you And so why do you think that, let me go back. I got this thing all messed up here. So when it comes to the superintendent, I understand that, I'm just going to call it like it is. I understand that this board has hired an attorney, what they call an extra duty attorney. I guess he's to conduct some investigation. We don't know. We as taxpayers don't know what this extra duty attorney was hired to do or what have you. I don't want to speculate that this attorney has been hired to investigate our sitting superintendent, but one will have to think that it's possible that is what's going on, because there's so much secrecy. I mean, transparency. I can't even get the board president and superintendent. I've spoken with her. She don't have any information. It's almost like they don't shut her out. She don't know anything.
Exactly.
And when I speak with the attorney for the school district, he sent me 2 pieces of paper, one being the extra duty attorney. He was charging them something like, Lord, I think it was, I want to say $200 an hour. And so I'm asking, okay, from the point that he was hired, what have he done? And how much money have he charged to the taxpayers? Us, meaning me and you and others. How much money have we paid this extra duty attorney? Don't you know that they will not give me that information yet? I mean, I'm just trying to be cool for right now, but I'm going to get that information if I have to take them to court. So, your opinion, why do you think this extra duty attorney was hired?
I have no idea. And my thought on that one, when we needed one, at the ends of the other ones leaving, they wouldn't do one. So why are you doing one now? And that's my question. I have no idea. I don't know what it's even for and why.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's what I thought it was, it's talking about the Saturday school spending money or what would happen there. Now that's my thought that maybe come into play. That's what it is. I really don't know, but just wait to see too. And we need to find out, and we need to stay on about the lawyer, because guess what? It is our paid money. And this is another thing that I need to say. When we hopped on giving everybody, making sure everybody's working and paying all this money out, we probably gonna have another rip if they really think about it. We done lost 170 kids just this year coming back to start. So we got money again finna drop. It might be even a rip.
So if I hear you correctly, what you are saying is that if there is going to be any investigations to be carried out, what you are saying is that why is our school board being selective when there's other things that could be looked at that will warrant an investigation?
Exactly.
So the question becomes, why are they selective with going after the superintendent when there's other things also to consider as it relates to investigation?
Like I said again, I can't answer for them. I have no reason why they even think that they would, and when they should, they didn't.
Okay.
And now all of a sudden they want to do it, but that's all good. They'll find out, and I think we, like I said, the citizens again need to find out what's going on, and just don't take, like you said, no for an answer. The president, they can ask us if it's open for the public, and we need to know. Because, we're in trouble. We at stake. So, I think we need to know.
Okay. All right.
Hold them accountable for what they on the board. Hold them accountable. You got all this drama going on. Let us hear the drama. Let us hear what you got going on, what you really doing.
Well, I see. I'm looking at my phone. It looked like I got the title of this show all screwed up before I come on. I didn't have enough time to change the title of this show. So if you all looking on and you're looking about a title that speaks something about the last show I had regarding the hiring of the Blytheville basketball coach, I'm sorry about that. I didn't change out the title. Okay, but Mrs. Lewis, is there anything else that you would like to give, or things that you would like to say that can be of some help to this Blytheville school board, or just the Blytheville school district in general, or the public? Is there anything you can offer in closing that you think?
Honey, Mr. Hollis, only thing I can really say is I wish everybody would get your facts, know your facts before you say anything to hurt anybody.
Uh-huh.
And that's all I'm saying. Before you just going off, that's just even biblical. Before you hurt anybody, know what you're saying before you say it.
Mm-hmm.
Know if the fact is true. You can go find out. Do some research. That's all I do. I do my research before I say anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I know one thing. I am for the parents and the kids in this community, and I was for my teachers too. I have not changed. I go in there and volunteer and I help. I play a big part. EOC plays a big part of helping our community with our kids and what we do over there at the high school or for the middle school. I mean, we play a big part to try to help and make our town and our school better. And I just wish everybody would get on board and work together. And just know your facts before you put your mouth on somebody.
Well, all right, Miss Lewis, I want to thank you for having the courage and the willingness to want to come and speak to the citizen of Blytheville in regards to our Blytheville School District, and hopefully next show or somewhere down the road, I will be reaching out to you again, and hopefully you can join me again as my guest.
All right, sir, that's fine with me, and I thank you.
All right, now you have a blessed remaining day.
You have a good night too.
All right, bye-bye.
All right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a radio interview that I had with a former Blytheville School Board member, Mrs. Carolyn Lewis. She expressed it and gave her opinions as to her thoughts on the Blytheville of the Blytheville School Board. She also gave her thoughts on a Saturday Academy program that they had, which was a big plus. I have to say so myself. Just listening to those kids, that's where I'm getting my, that's where I'm giving my vote. I listen to those kids. Those kids, they enjoyed that Saturday Academy. They had fun. There was other who said that it was a learning experience for them. So at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, let's let our ears be attentive to the testimony of those young people, those students. They enjoyed that. They enjoyed those Saturday academies when they could have been out playing football, basketball, or just doing whatever on a Saturday, But they chose to attend those Saturday classes, and I want to thank everybody that participated. The teachers, classified, certified, or any other staff of the Blytheville School District that made that program to be so worthwhile. Okay, and so that's all I have. That's what I wanted to talk about. I didn't want to come on today to have one of those gripe sessions, pointing the finger at everyone. That ain't gonna solve nothing, as I say. And so hopefully when these folks come in, the Arkansas State Board of Education, hopefully when they come in, hopefully they will say something or do something, because enough been said. As they say, talk is cheap. There's been too much talk. I think this board, this present school board that we have, I think personally, I don't think there's going to be any change. I think it's going to be more the same. The attitudes this board have for each other, and as long as that exists, the school district, is failing. It continued to be overlooked, and that's not good. because, like I said, if we lose our school district, so goes the community. All right, and so I'm hoping that you all will take this thing serious, and you will do whatever you need to do in terms of playing a part of whatever, just being giving your time. You may want to join the reading program. Reading is the beginning of learning, and learning is the beginning of reading. Giving 30 minutes of your time, going reading to whatever particular school, setting a meeting up with the principal, whatever, and getting on the list, giving of your time, all right, to try to turn our school district around to where it's performing academically. That is, we need to get to that point to where we're proficient, all right? And so that's pretty much all I have. I'm pretty sure that my comment section there, I don't even know if I had it on. I don't see any comments. I'm going over here again. And so by me not seeing any comments, at least I don't see none on my screen here, what I'm broadcasting on. And so by me not seeing anything, I'll try to answer some questions if I can once I conclude this broadcast. But stay tuned. I will be coming back again, and I will be saying more about the state that our school district is in right now. We got to come together, you all. Hang up your hang-ups. Let's do what needs to be done to save Blytheville School District. Oh, and I did speak with State Representative Joey Carr, and also spoke with State Senator Dave Wallace. So I'm in conversation with them as well. We all are watching this thing. I'm hoping that we can hear more from Mr. Is it Randy Henderson, I think his name. He sits on the State Board of Education. And so we need to hear more from him. We need to know what is his recommendations. What is his feel on the school board, the state school board, in terms of his colleagues there, if you want to call them, board members or whatever. What does he feel? What is his feel on this situation when it comes to the state? Because as we heard, I think her name was Miss Lisa Hunter, who sits on the Arkansas State Board of Education. And it's almost like she was saying, hey, I don't saw this movie before. I've seen this movie many times. And one of the things that we're not going to get caught with wait. Miss Hunter says it's not going to be any wait. If you read the article, you understood her comments like I understood her comments, is that something need to be done in the coming weeks, not months. School is getting ready to start soon, you all. We're in July now. We don't have long. School is getting ready to start. How prepared are our teachers? Do we have teachers in place in terms of certification to where it would somewhat satisfy the state? What are we doing? And I will say this here in closing. Again, please begin right now to be proactive. If you have some type of plan, proposal, or whatever it is, be ready to give those recommendations or those proposals. You can give it as an individual or you can give it as a group. I always prefer people come together and work in a group because we learn from each other that way. And it's nothing better than showing a community in terms of unity. It's good when we work together like that, and putting up the effort to do what need to be done to save our school district. Well, that's all I have, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I will be coming back. Don't know when. It may be this Tuesday. It may be somewhat before Tuesday. If anything should happen, I will bring that to you as soon as I get it. And so I don't think I have any comments. I mean, not comments, announcements. And I will say, in terms of the presidential talking points that's going on now, many of you know that it has been stated or alleged that former President Donald Trump suffered an injury. He was shot. As I read, he was shot in the ear or escaped his ear or something like that, to where you all saw it if you got the YouTubes or whatever, or the news, to where he was bleeding from his ear or what have you. Now, some folks may not like this, but when a person has been involved, or in some cases is the reason for this political, violent environment that we're living in now, then my thing is you have nobody to blame but yourself. You know, when you stroke that fire of violence, one thing that people don't consider is that, you know, karma, that thing can come back around and affect them. And so for all of those folks who seem like, you know, been having the blinders closed, or they probably just brains just been fried or whatever, you have to understand how we got to where we at right now. You know, all this division in our country, you know, it's just pitiful, you know. And so I think we know where that come from. And so for those who is crying now and complaining, you know, why can't we just get along? Why do we have to hate? Duh. Again, you have to look at where this stuff come from, who created it, who started it. Start there first before we start pointing fingers at anyone else. Start there. Start where it come from. I'm not going to do it tonight, but I can just give you a whole book full right now of not just who started this here, but how it was started and some of the things that were said or done along the way that gets us to the point to where we at, to where you have some person, I'm not going to even call him a sick person. He could just been insane as I don't know what, but made a decision to do something stupid and take a shot at the former president. Again, I don't condone violence, but I do understand that when you play with fire, you get burned. That's all I have, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say you all come back again next week and join me again for another great show of the Tony Hollis Live Talk Show, Testify. And we're going to do as much as we can to try to stay on top of what is going on with our Blytheville School District, okay? And so you all stay blessed, and I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye. Have a blessed day. And don't forget to jump over and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And while you're there, please do hit that bell where you get all of my notifications when I go live.